as we welcome you back to the Bronx for Game 4. It's win or go home for the Yankees. The Indians still in command of the series as we get it started tonight at Yankee Stadium. At the knees, a strike. And that's again going to be the key for Chien-Ming Wang. Grady Sizemore, a very good series, 4 for 13 so far in the first 3 games. Wang back to work, misses with a live fastball. Look at that velocity, 95 miles an hour for Chien-Ming Wang.
Not always a good thing for a sinker ball pitcher, as we mentioned earlier. When a sinker baller tries to overthrow that pitch and look for a little extra velocity, that's when it tends to straighten out.
1 ball, 1 strike. A high fly ball, right center field, well hit. Cabrera on the run, track wall, and gone. A lead-off home run for Grady Sizemore. And the Indians jump in front in Game 4. So the leadoff homers in this series are even, but the Tribe in front with nobody out, and as Dribble Cabrera in the batter's box with the Indians up 1-0. If they win, they will face the Red Sox on Friday at Fenway Park. A ground ball toward first. Mintkevich, an easy play. 1 man out.
And the Yankee offense kind of helped him get that pass too yesterday by finally putting some runs on the board.
So Travis Hafner bats for the first time tonight, a letter high strike, and Hafner behind 0-1. He's 3 for 13, a homer, 2 RBIs in the series, and 1 for 8 against Chien-Ming Wang lifetime, including postseason play. If you go back to Game 1, Wang gave up 2 home runs in 4 2/3 innings. In 5 innings this postseason, he's given up now 3 home runs after allowing just 9 in nearly 200 innings.
Well, that pitch to Sizemore got out in the middle of the plate, and it was elevated. And the last pitch he just threw, Hafner had a little bit of run on it.
You saw Posada give that side fastball in, and he wanted the ball up, and he certainly got it there.
Well, that's what you have to do if you're a right-handed sinker ball pitcher pitching to a left-handed heavy lineup. You've got to make sure those lefties aren't leaning out over the plate taking that sinker away, and Hafner will remember that one.
I think Hafner thought that ball hit him on the elbow on his pad. He wasn't going to argue, or he wasn't going to argue with the umpire, but he thought it hit him in the elbow.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, I'm amazed at the velocity from Wang. 95, 96 miles an hour. You've mentioned a couple of times, Bobby, when sinker ballers are at their best, they don't have to throw that hard.
Well, they rely more on movement and location than velocity.
Base hit the other way by Hafner. Nice piece of hitting by the Indians' designated hitter. Took that ball the other way with the Yankees shifted toward right. And here comes Cleveland in the top of the first again. Well, Wang could be 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning if he can get Victor Martinez to hit the ball on the ground. He doesn't run well. Leads the Indians in double play balls this year. And Wang recorded 32 of them in regular season play, and 1 so far in the series, as Martinez behind a strike. Another great year for Martinez, 4 for 12 in the series. He too a homer and a couple of runs batted in. And that home run came in the 5th inning, a 2-run shot off Chien-Ming Wang.
Chip, you mentioned the fact that Wang gave up 9 home runs during the regular season, and you also talked about the 32 double plays that opposing hitters grounded into. Of the 9 home runs he gave up, 7 of them were solo shots.
So if you're going to give them up, and every pitcher is, that's the best way to do it. But you can't afford a 2-run shot here if you're the Yankees. A ball and a strike.
That right there was a pretty good off-speed pitch. He took a little bit off his fastball. You see the movement going away from Victor Martinez. And I thought we'd learn pretty early in the game what kind of stuff Wong was going to have. And, you know, maybe he just came out trying to do too much early. And now he's starting to get a little bit of movement with that sinker. Throwing one change up here, one he's taking a little bit off.
Short lead by Hafner. 1-2 to Victor Martinez. Little dribbler right side. Wong has but one play. Gets the ground ball out. Runner to second. 2 outs for Johnny Peralta. You heard the dulcet tones of public address man Jim Hall here tonight. Again, the longtime voice of the Yankees at Yankee Stadium. Bob Shepard sidelined for this division series with laryngitis. 121 consecutive playoff game streak ended for Mr. Shepard last night. We understand he's watching tonight, resting comfortably. And Mr. Shepard, you're certainly missed here at Yankee Stadium. Peralta with a runner at second and 2 outs. And guys, this has been where the Indians have done most of their offensive damage. They have been great.
Yeah, absolutely. This is 2 out and runs, 2 out knocks in this situation. Cleveland has just been outstanding. And again, here we are in the first inning, man in scoring position, 2 outs.
A little low ball, 2 balls, no strikes.
And the Indians have created some opportunities for themselves with the sacrifice bunts that we saw in Cleveland, moving guys into scoring position. I mean, I think Eric Wedge is one of those managers that's willing to play it either way. If you have to play small ball and manufacture runs, he's got guys in the lineup that are capable of doing that. And if you need to slug, he's got guys that can do that as well.
Off the ankle bone, 2 balls and a strike. Playoff games, quite obviously, little things add up to big things. And whether it's American League style baseball or National League style baseball, at the end of the day, it's still baseball.
Yeah.
And both clubs, I agree, after game 1 really have added the bunt to their arsenal, and it's really been helpful for both clubs' offenses. Not a bunt situation here, obviously, with 2 outs and a 2-1 count to the Indian shortstop. Good sinking action, has it 2-2.
It's starting to look like he's starting to get a feel for that sinker now. A little less velocity, a little more movement.
We talk so much in the game of baseball about rhythm, and it's no more important than for a starting pitcher. The other team gives Wong an opportunity to settle in out there on the mound, find a good rhythm, find his release point. That's when he becomes very tough as the game progresses.
Just did stay alive.
Now that pitch right there had some real good movement down and in on Peralta. Barely able to foul that pitch off. And one thing that's really been impressive here is how the Indians battle here, even with 2 strikes. They're willing to shorten up. They're willing to go the other way. They've done a great job, like we've talked about, with runners in scoring position.
The 20th pitch of the inning is off the plate, a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Yankee killer Kenny Lofton waits on deck next. Little flare, shallow right center, and the Indians do it again with 2 outs. Cabrera's throw to the plate is cut off. Peralta, another 2-out run. A blooper turns to gold, and the Indians are up 2.
Well, that is just amazing. tough pitch by Wong, too. I mean, look where this ball is. It's running in on his hands, and he inside outs it the other way, just over the head of Cano in the shallow right center field for the 2-out RBI.
The pitch was probably about 3 inches off the inside corner, right in on the knuckles of Peralta, but he fought it off. Normally with a sinker ball pitcher, you see a lot of ground ball outs, but when you can muscle that ball out there into shallow right field with 2 outs, the Indians just uncanny in their ability to come up with those big knocks.
And usually you outscore a team like they've done with 2 outs. You usually win the series. And the Indians are cooking with Lofton up in 2 outs, and he sprays 1 foul for a strike. And all of a sudden the atmosphere, as we talked about in Cleveland, how uplifting that was for the crowd, for the stadium, for the feel of the ballpark. The Yankees 1 strike away from limiting the damage to 1 run. Now the crowd back on its seat. Yankees maybe back on their heels a bit with 2 outs still.
Well, credit the Indians. They're getting it done.
Oh, 0-2 to Kenny Lofton. That pitch was up.
You see Kenny Lofton trying to slap that ball into left field.
Rudy Giuliani hoping his Yankees can stop the bleeding here in the first. Back up the middle, and Wong spears it. Inning over. Grady Sizemore starts it off in grand fashion for the Tribe on a leadoff homer, and the Tribe's up 2.